Hello, my name is Katie McKinley, and welcome to my Balanced Literacy Thematic e-unit page. The theme for my Balanced Literacy e-unit is holidays and traditions. The goal is for students to learn about not only the culture and beliefs of their classmates, but also to prepare students to enter a globally interconnected society where people are similar and different from them as they grow up. My e-unit consists of books from various reading levels appropriate for a second grader so that each student has options for books that can help them develop their fluency to increase their reading level. My unit consists of a word study lesson plan so students can study phonics and decoding strategies, a guided reading lesson plan where students on similar reading levels can receive small group instruction with the teacher, and a read aloud lesson plan sequence where the teacher provides a direct instruction plan that follows the gradual release of responsibility model so that students can learn how to read, break down a book, and focus on their reading comprehension skills as well as critical thinking skills. This unit contains plans that address standards related to language arts and some health standards. Each of the standards can be found on the specific lesson plans listed under each tab that I will show you. So first up on the, and this approach supports a community of learners because all students participate in the same theme of books for the unit, but students may read different books individually in small groups or with partners that fit their own reading level. Students are also encouraged throughout this unit to engage and collaborate with their peers to read and share thoughts about the books they read. So on my related literature page, you will find my link to my Epic book collection where you can find all the books listed here that are from my related literature collection. So it is important that related literature includes books that can appeal to students on different reading levels with different cultures, with linguistic differences, and much more. To determine if a book is the right fit for a student when selecting a book from this list, it must include an aspect that is interesting or relatable to the student, and it must be on the appropriate reading level. A questionnaire can be used to determine the reading interest of a student, and the teacher can use diables or a running record MISCU analysis to help determine the reading level of a student. Having a collection of books that fits a related theme allows students to be able to read books that fits their individual needs while being able to discuss and learn the related theme with their peers. This also allows students such as English language learners to find books that are relatable to them and that help them in their language acquisition. So then over on the shared read aloud page, the read aloud lesson plan page, you can find my link to my read aloud YouTube video. And I chose the book Sam and the Lucky Money by Karen Chin for my read aloud lesson because this book is at the end reading level, so it would be too high of a reading level for most second graders to read independently, but a higher level book using a read aloud helps students learn new words, concepts, and vocabulary. My lesson plan incorporates language, arts, standards, as well as a few health education standards, so that this lesson can be used in both subject areas in order to elevate the learning and connections made by students. And this lesson uses a direct instruction model where the teacher first models the concepts, then guides students in applying the concepts, and then allows students to use the concepts independent from the teacher. Gradual release of responsibility helps students build the skills necessary to work independently. And then in this lesson, students will learn about Chinese American culture, including Chinese New Year, as well as the idea of being lucky and grateful for what you have and being generous from the book Sam and the Lucky Money. Students will also learn how to identify and discuss the feelings and emotions of the main character in the story. Students also practice their writing through answering a writing prompt. And then over on the shared reading tab, we have the book Dino Christmas for my word study through shared reading. So it is important that this word study through shared reading plan allows students to practice their phonics skills through the specific focus and identification of some common phonics rules found in the book. And students will learn fluency skills such as recognizing and reading specific sight words, phonics rules like the final E or CVCE pattern, recognizing and reading specific phonograms, recognizing and reading certain suffixes, and developing Tier 3 vocabulary words related to species of dinosaurs. And then over on our guided reading tab, we have Ruby Valentine and the Sweet Surprise. So this lesson allows students to work with the teacher in small groups with peers that are on similar reading levels. And this lesson promotes both reading and writing development. And by working in smaller groups, the teacher is able to give more specific and individualized instruction to students. The teacher is able to give general support needed by this group, along with providing individual aids to students while they are doing independent work during the lesson. And students will learn about the emotion of jealousy and to understand why someone may feel jealous in the book and in real life. And students will learn how to use illustrations and tech to predict and discuss how characters in the book are feeling as the plot progresses. And then we're going to go over to our ETool link. And here we have, I chose ebooks. So students can be assessed in this unit through their ability to demonstrate understanding of books that were read, themes discussed, and by demonstrating fluency. And this can be achieved through informal assessments during lessons when there are class discussions, through formal assessments such as writing prompts, or by completing a DIBEL or running records miscue analysis. And each lesson throughout this unit provides students with opportunities to connect their reading to writing. An example of this would be that students can complete a writing task that asks students to write a few facts that they learned through reading any book in this unit, and to write about which specific traditions or activities they'd want to participate in when celebrating the tradition or holiday. And here we have my explanation of why I like EPIC books as an e-tool. There's a lot of resources on this page for students and teachers to learn to read. And thank you for listening to my explanation of my Balanced Literacy Thematic E unit, and I hope you enjoy and consider reading more about holidays and traditions.